Good morning, folks. It's Ranger Dan here. Today what we're going to do is, if you watched my last video, during the big blizzard, when I almost froze, well, I'm freezing again, I kept getting stuck. The bucket kept digging into the dirt, digging into the gravel, digging in. So I tried to hold the bucket up a little bit. It's got that nice cutting edge on it, but it was causing a problem. Because I'd put it down too far, or, just be going at it, and it would just, cause me a problem. What I decided I was going to do was take a piece of pipe, cut it, and put it along the edge of the blade. Let's take a look at this. I thought if I took, you can see how it dug in, but it's got a sharp cut edge on there like this. But I figure if I put something along that, maybe a piece of pipe or a piece of metal or something, so it's just not sharp, maybe that would work. So I walked out to the scrap pile, found an old bed frame from a trundle bed. Right here. Piece of pipe. And it's long enough. Right there. Cut all these off. Slit this. And hook it to the front of the tractor, and that would keep it from digging in. Well, when I walked in, I thought, that's going to be a lot of work. And I have these little edges, pretty lightweight, already a channel. What if I was just to mount that in there somewhere and see how it works? So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try that out once I can find a better pipe. I keep finding these and I get all excited. And I'm like, oh, there's a nice pipe. Yeah, that's for my buddy's concrete stuff. I can't use that either. Anyway, we'll try this and see how it works. So I'm going to hop off of here, set up some different cameras so you can watch the angle, get the tractor, dump the garbage out, bring it on in here so it's a little bit warmer because it's windy out there. We're going to get out of the wind. It's almost 40 degrees though, so I'll probably take this heavy coat off while I'm working in the garage. I have a real nice turbo heater, but I also have a son that owns a house and has a garage. And last year when I wasn't working in the garage, and he said, "Dad, can I use your turbo heater?" And that's the last time I've ever seen it. Yep. That's how it works. "Hey, Dad, can I borrow this?" "Yep." And they borrow it forever. And I did the same thing to my dad, so can't say much. All right. Stand by, America. All right, folks. I got the tractor in. Got my heavy jacket off. I'm just in a sweatshirt now. Much better. Just a hoodie. And I think what I'm going to do is just figure out a way to put this like that. I got it from I got around that. So I'm strength. That's the way, another tool but I have yet to. So there's links. I think I know that. So pull that into the way. Because Little nub out of here. What I'm going to do is get this little nub out of it on both sides. My pocket hammer. That should do it. All right, folks, what do you think? I mean, it gets rid of the sharper edge, or do you think a pipe will work in here better? Put it down in the comments, because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try this. Then if that doesn't work, again, we'll go back to this, but then we got to take all these off, cut it, put it on there. Yeah, and that won't be as fun. So let's see what we get here. I'm going to use this in a minute. What am I thinking? I'm going to turn you guys for a minute. I'm going to go see if I can find my tie down straps. I imagine if I go get a proper drill bit, but my drill bit kit is in the back side of that shed. I have one drill bit, and it ain't big enough. Need one of them little, I don't know what that's called. They look like a little Christmas tree that you just, I might try that. Alright. Then we're just going to put this around like that. Look at the strap. Look at that. Let's see. And like that. And then we go. So. And so. Yeah. And doing this, I want to show you guys a little trick an old buddy of mine taught me. So, do you have trouble with your straps coming loose all the time? Put them on there and you crank that baby down like this. And you think, oh yeah, let me tighten up. Don't do that. What you need to do and get the skimmer to stay. What you need to do is actually pull it out like this. Get you at least 3 wraps. 3 wraps around on your bungee strap. When you start tightening it up. That'll keep it from slowly working its way loose. I don't know how many times you're driving down the road and your bungee straps get loose on you, so you have to stop and tighten your bungee straps back up. That's why. Because it's slipping out little by little by little. If you wrap it around there 3 times, it'll stay tight. I guarantee. Alright, let me, yeah. I'm going to strap the other side. Then I'll show you what it all looks like. Stand by, America. Alright, folks, so here's the deal. This is my 3rd camera today. So we put that piece of metal on the tractor. It bent off as soon as we used it. So I worked and couldn't figure out how to get it to stay on there solid enough. So I went with a piece of pipe. And I got it here. Oh, that's cool. I should put my gloves on. I got it right here. And I worked and trying to get it to do what I wanted it to do by cutting it. I tried using a grinder, and that didn't work well. So then I used another blade with the grinder, a different kind of blade, and it didn't work. So I ended up using a Sawzall. I had all that videotaped, and it was all going to be part of the video. And the file was corrupted, so none of it came out. Misadventures of Ranger Dan. So, that being said, I'm just going to piece this back together for you. I'll show you what I did real quick. Put it back together. Put my gloves on because it's cold. This camera doesn't show me a screen. It shows the screen, but it shuts off right away. So I don't know what I'm taping. So I'm gonna be popping it back and forth. But this did work. It worked pretty well until it didn't. It rolled off of the thing, and I think what I got to do is there's these little tabs right here. I need to get them out of the way. So we're going to do that real quick. And hopefully I have you guys in a spot where you can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. There. Now if I can keep my belly out of the way, you'll be able to see. So it's got these little tabs that I had just bent down. And I think the blade's hitting that and not going in all the way. So it's popping out real easy. So I'm going to bend them out of the way first with my pocket pliers. Okay, I guess I'm not going to bend them out of the way like that. With my pocket hammer that time. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. That one a little bit. Okay, that worked. 300 pounds of pressure. And the other one's out of the way. So that's good. Okay. So the way I did this, I just stuck it out down slow. When I did it this way. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Grain handle. Pocket hammer. Knock the dice out of the way. Sorry about that view. That should do it. Now I'm just going to take these straps, and of course, the strap. I need to get like an eye hook. It'd be real nice to have. And I put that eye hook on the top of this and pull it back. It'd be real nice. For now, we're just going to do it this way. Yeah, that's the ticket. And one on the other side. Hopefully this one is under the bucket. Get up out of the bucket. And if this don't work, we'll bucket into the next plan, which is going to be cut down a tree so we can get the bus in this piece. In this barn here. We got a lot to do on the bus. Okay, so we got that like that. Let me get my little hammer again. Can you believe it? I just had it in my hand. All right, we'll use this one. need to cut that just a little bit more. Alright, so that's my goal. Put that on there so that the snow runs underneath there. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow the other day. I got to go in and get my other camera. Oh wait, I can use this camera. I'll use this camera. We'll try it out. And then we'll go to starting to cut down trees and clearing some stuff. We're not going to bring the bus in today. That'll be another day because I got to move all that stuff. What fun. But hey, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and putting up with my nonsense. It's a lot of fun. So let's see what we can get going here. Oh. Come here, guys. Glow plugs. Fuel is almost empty. Alright, I don't have a whole lot of fuel, so we're just going to do a quick little trial run. Take down that tree, move that truck, make this so I can get the bus, and drive the bus in there. That'll be our plan for today. Maybe. I got my $1 million check. That's what I'm looking for. Here it comes. Nope. Nope. Well, that's too bad. I didn't get $1 million. We definitely have to get back to the garage because we're running out of fuel. If it's working right because there's ice underneath, pumped up that we've driven over, and yeah, so it makes it hard. So we shall see. Alright folks, here's my deductions. What I'm going to say. I'm going to say that worked. I know, I got my mail all over. I'm going to say that worked. Maybe that's sun in your face, I don't know. Jump down here. This was at a little better angle. And it's just not digging in like it was before. It's rolling across for the most part. I mean, you know, it's dirt, so it's going to rough it up. I don't know what my dog keeps barking at, but he does. She does. I don't know why I called him he. What are you barking at, Goober? But anyway, that'll be where we stand on that one. And now we're going to move on to our next adventure. So that might be another video series. So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Good, bad, ugly, I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Because, you know, look at me, I'm ugly. So, we'll see you on the next one. And you have yourself a wonderful day.